Namaste, 10th standard students. Today we will discuss the questions and answers for CLM written by John Masefield, and he has beautifully his poem was written about his mother, in memory of his mother, and in the first paragraph he has said how he was taken birth and how he was taken care in the womb of his mother. He expressed his love for his mother in a different way. He begins the poem while describing his birth. He was in his mother's dark womb. After he came into this world, grew into a man. Then, in all those 9 months, she fed his body lavishly with her beauty. In the womb, he could neither see nor stir nor breathe, but that life giver, his mother, had died now. She died a little every time a child was born to her. So, every time a child was born to her, she died partially. Though she loved him, she was unable to tell him if he was leading a good or a bad life. He could not knock at any of the dusty doors to see her beautiful face, which had become very vague to them. If she had reborn, if she was to be reborn again from the graves, she may not be able to recognize him, as since he was an adult, and also if they met on the streets, both will not recognize each other, or may only through this. If they could recognize, it will be only through the souls. The poet asks how he can remember her, and also how to repay the debt owes to her and all women. And he also says, how can life compensate them for the happiness they get by carrying a child for 9 months, and he calls these days wretched. He had sucked every from her womb and from his mouthless body. Therefore, the painful pangs she underwent during his delivery. And he also says he is guilty, and he feels he has not thanked her enough. He feels he has not thanked her enough for the birth she had given, and for bringing him on this earth. All men and now dominate. All men dominate women. They crush them as if it's their right. And he concludes by saying that let the grave be shut, so that his mother does not see the shameful way how men treat women. He, being man, is ashamed that he is a man, and men treat women so badly and miserably, and though they make many sacrifices for the family. So he feels it is unfair treatment given to women. Though they give birth to the child, they take care of the family. So let's begin with comprehensive questions. Answer the following questions briefly. The second line, my mother's life made me a man. 2 options are given. Just states a natural phenomena of a mother giving birth to a son. B has a hint that he was born at the cost of his mother's life. The answer is B option, has a hint that he was born at the cost of his mother's life. Second question, the phrase her beauty in line 4 refers to, 2 options are given again, the physical beauty of his mother and the beauty of his mother's physical and emotional trauma at birth of a child. The answer again is B, the beauty of his mother, physical and emotional treatment at birth of a child. Third question, why does the poet use the present tense in lines 5 and 6? For again, three options are given here to emphasize that his every existence now is made possible by the death of some of her. B. To emphasize that every moment of his in his mother's womb destroyed a part of her life. And C. To show that his every birth and life are responsible for his mother's partial death. Answer is A. To emphasize that his every existence now is made possible by the death of some of her. Fourth, what does it in line 10 refers to? Answer, it in the time refers to his life. Fifth question, her beauty in line 12 refers to? Here, A option, his mother's physical beauty, his son's, the poet. Answer, his mother's physical beauty. Sixth question, dusty in the mind in line 12 refers to? Two options are given, the fading memory in his mind, and B, the state of his dead mother's mind which was forgotten, the dear ones left behind. The answer is the fading memory of his memory in his mind. Seventh, I am grown in line 15. Again, three options are given here. That A option, that he has grown too much physically that she would not be able to recognize him. B, that she has grown so unworthy of all her sacrifice that she would not be able to recognize him. And C, both A and B. The answer is that option A, that he has grown so much physically that she would not be able to recognize him. Eighth, which line in stanza 3 suggests that the pot is totally unworthy or ungrateful? The poet is unworthy or ungrateful. So, unless my soul's face, let her see my sense of what she did to me. Answer, unless my soul's face, let her see my sense of what she did to me is the answer. Ninth question, which phrase in stanza 4 suggests that he is concerned beyond his personal experience? Which phrase in stanza 4 suggests that he is concerned beyond his personal experience? Answer, my debt to her and womankind. My debt to her and womankind suggests that his concern beyond his personal experience. 10th, providing a happier life to one's mother will repay for all her sacrifice. Is that what the poet says in lines 21 and 22? Providing a happier life to one's mother will repay for all her sacrifices. Is this what the poet says in lines 21 and 22? Answer, the poet says that providing a happier and safe life to one's mother will repay the sacrifice she made in lines 20 she made during childbirth, according to the lines 21 and 22. Question number 11. Stanza 4 has many powerful images. What is compared to a leech? So many comparisons are made here. First, A, what is compared to leech? Answer, the body of child in the womb is compared to the leech as it sucked the life of its mother for growth and nourishment, compared to leech. B, how is it a leech? Just like a leech sucks blood from the body of a living being for its nourishment, the child in the womb of the mother sucks the life of its mother for its nourishment and growth. C, what is unusual about the word leeched? What is unusual about the word leeched? It portrays the heartlessness of the child. It shows the heartlessness of the child in an womb of the mother that sucks her life from its mother for its survival. D, Why is B in earth birth capitalized? So why is B in birth capitalized? Answer. The process of giving birth for a woman is very painful and dangerous that could result in death, but she still willingly goes through the ordeal. To show the significance of birth, B is capitalized. So just to show the significance of B, though the mother suffers a lot, she may die in the process of giving birth to a child. That is why the birth is to show the significance of birth. The spelling B is capitalized. Alphabet B is capitalized. E. For whom is birth a hell? 3 options are given. For the mother, for all her pain and suffering during the birth of her child. Second, for the son who feels that it was because of his birth that his mother died, though partially. Third, for both. Answer is for both. 12th question. Rhetorical questions. Rhetorical question is asked for effect rather than to obtain an answer. The answer is very much implied in the question itself. Lines 19 and 20 are a good example. The meaning of the 2 lines is, I have done nothing worth remembering to show my debt to my mother and womankind. The A1 question. Identify 2 more examples of rhetorical references. Answer. What woman's happier life repay her for those months of wretched days? Second, what have I done or tried? Second example, what I have done or tried or said in thanks to that lady, that woman dead. Question number 13. Man's lust in line 29 refers to. Man's lust in line 29 refers to. 3 options are given here. Man's beastly sexuality. B. Man's lust for power over for woman. Now the answer is both A and B. Man's beastly sexuality and B. Man's lust for power over for women. So option C comes under both, that is A and B. So you have to write the answer C. The poet has used many poetical devices in the last line in order to draw the reader's attention to it. What typographical deviation is used in the last line? Typographical means typing system. Okay. In the first 4 stanzas, all the 6 lines are written together, and the last stanza there is space between the 5th and the 6th line. So there is space between 5th and 6th line, and 4 stanzas, all 6 lines are written together. So first 4 stanzas are written together, and all the 6 lines are written together, but the second, 5th and 6th line are separated. B. Why do you think he has used his deviation? Why do you think he has used this deviation? The answer is the poet has used this deviation to emphasize his feeling of shame, to emphasize his feeling of shame and guilt of how badly women are treated in this world. So, just to emphasize his guilt, his shameful feeling towards how the women are treated in this world. What figure of speech is used in this line? What figure of speech is used in this line? The figure of speech is a apostrophe. D. Why does the poet want the grave to keep shut? Why does the poet want the grave to keep shut? The answer is he does not want his mother to know. He does not want his mother to know the inhuman treatment given to women in this world. So he does not want his mother to know that how the women are treated in this world. Hence, he does not want the grave to be opened. If the grave opens, his mother will come out, and if she comes out, she will come to know how the women are treated in this world, that they are very badly treated by men. So that is why he wants the grave to be shut. How does the last line end? It ends on a serious and sad note. It ends on a serious and sad note that shows the guilt he has of bad and inhuman treatment that was given to women in this society. 14th. The most dominant feeling of the poem in this the most dominant feeling of the poet in the poem is three options are given: A, B, C. A feeling of guilt, B, a sense of gratitude, and C, a sense of shame. So answer should be a feeling of guilt. 15th question. Look at the rhyme schedule at the first stanza. It is the first two lines. It is A, third and fourth lines B, fifth and sixth lines C. Now work out the rhyme schedule of the remaining four stanzas beginning with lines 7 and 8 D. So this is a work for you. You have to do it by yourself. Read the following extract carefully. Answer the following questions given below. This is close study. For all her love, she cannot tell whether I use it ill or not. Who do I and she refers to? Answer: I refers to the poem John Masefield, and her refers to his mother Caroline L. Masefield. B. What does it in the second line refers to? It in the second line refers to the poet's life. C. Why is it that she cannot tell? Why is it that she cannot tell? The answer is she cannot tell because she is dead. To see her son grown up and leading a life. Second question. Dash. If we should meet, she would pass by in the street unless my soul's face let her see my sense what she did to me. Question number A. Would it be possible for the mother and son to meet each other? The answer: no. According to this stanza, which is given here, if we should meet and following lines, does it show that whether the poet and his mother will meet? Answer is no. It is not possible for the mother and son to meet because she is no longer alive. She is no longer alive. That is why she cannot meet his son. The figure of speech here is Synodach. So this is the questions and answers for the CLM. The poet describes, in the paragraph writing, the poet describes the poet's personal experience. Does it stop at all? So you have to write here like does the poet only speaks of his personal experience or he goes beyond that? Actually, first initially he tells about, he reveals his experience, personal experience, but the end of the poem he goes beyond the personal experiences, and he brings how women are treated in this world rudely by menfolk. Do you like the poem and why? So you have to write on your own. Do you like the poem? And if you like, why did you like this poem? And if you did not like this, you have to write why you have not liked this poem. Anyway, I will give you the PDF form, notes in PDF form. Please go through the poem and try to learn by yourself. Understand the poem on your own, because if you study on your own with little guidance from me, you can prosper. Okay? There are so many activities given in your textbook. Just go through these figures of speech. Her beauty fed my common earth. What figure of speech it is? Her beauty fed my common earth. It is euphemism. Second, my common earth. My common earth. It is nothing but my common earth means life. That is metaphor. I cannot see nor breathe nor stir. Assonance. This is assonance. And down in the darkness is this is alliteration. And ill or well. Ill or well. Opposite words. This is oxymoron. And dusty doors. Dusty doors. This is alliteration. Dusty doors. It is a figure of speech here is alliteration. And graves gates. Graves gates. This comparison is also alliteration. And soul's face. Soul's face is a synecdoche. What I have done to keep in mind my debt to her and mankind? This is rhetorical question. This is question asked rhetorical question. This is called rhetorical question. What woman's happier life repays her for those months of wretched days? This is also rhetorical questions. And lament my mouthless body. Mouthless body. This is synecdoche. This comparison is synecdoche. 12th, air burst releasing, hell was reached. This is metaphor. Air burst releasing, hell was reached. Comparison. This comparison is nothing but metaphor. 13. What I have done or tried or said in thanks to that dear woman dead. This is again rhetorical question. And 14. Dear woman dead. This is alliteration. Okay. Dear woman dead. This is alliteration. And 15. O grave, keep shut lest I shamed. This is apostrophe. So, this is a figure of speech in textbook. Learn this. Anyway, I will give you the PDF form. Thank you.